something. Like, my 3 years of doing YouTube, I realized that being a Goku fanboy has no benefits. It don't benefit nobody at all. It's not benefiting me. Now, hear me out. I came to this conclusion. I just got home from work. I came to this conclusion that y'all don't like seeing my boy Goku win. Y'all don't like seeing this man take W's. For whatever reason, y'all don't like seeing him win. Y'all love seeing that McDonald's hairline mother sucker win, bro. Y'all love seeing Vegeta win, but y'all don't like seeing Goku win. When Goku wins, it's like, alright. But when Vegeta wins, yeah. That's my boy. I don't get it, bro. I don't understand. Like, you know, like what's wrong with my boy? I mean, the question of the day is, who is a more popular character than Goku all time? You guys can answer that in the comment section today, right now, during the video. Let me know what you guys think. Anyway, listen, bro. Goku versus Kratos. I already know what people are going to say. They're going to be like, oh, Kratos lifted up 9 realms. How, like, in my defense, I'm going to ask, how did he do it? That's a caveman answer, because I didn't really play God of War. Well, I did play, but I didn't finish the game. I never finished the game, bro. I don't read the lore for it. I don't like reading in general.
Hello, monkeys.
I don't even read light novels. You think I'm gonna sit there and read the lore for God of War? I'm not. That's why I don't know too much about it. Anyway, let's get right to the video, y'all. Subscribe and hit like on this video for more videos.
Imagine you just finished watching Dragon
Wait,
Ball.
hold on. Whoa, bro, what is this? Get this. Oh, it's the... Oh, damn. Okay.
Series about a boy named Son Goku who lived in the woods, not having any social interaction, to the final episode of Dragon Ball Super, where he enters a realm in that of the gods themselves. Goku obtaining this power and potentially even surpassing it might raise many questions.
Hey, I'm not gonna hold you. My biggest thing about all of this is, like, when they say surpass the gods, like, what gods did he surpass? Like, we don't know what gods he surpassed at all. We just hear the word God and we think of, you know, gods. Like, it doesn't really make much sense. Like, what type of God did he pass? Like, because when you hear the word God, you think of all-powerful, omnipotent, but there's multiple gods in Dragon Ball, bro. There's multiple gods. So, like, who did he pass? It's so vague to the point where it's like we don't even know. We just gotta speculate, which is crazy.
Kratos, the protagonist of the God of War franchise, who is notorious for his ability to defeat divine beings in combat and even just straight up kill them, despite their immense power and godly status. Kratos has proven time and time again that he is more than capable of taking on these deities and emerging victorious. So, who wins? Goku or Kratos? This video was requested to me on Cash App, so if you'd like your video idea to be made, feel free to do so, although you're not obliged to. Also, if you're new to the channel, be sure to like and subscribe. It's free, and you can always undo it if you feel the need to at a later time.
That's a fact, right? Like, subscribe to the channel, hit like. It helps the channel grow, which makes me put out more videos, more entertaining videos, more entertaining reactions. You know, help your boy grow, feel me? Y'all talk about how I was gone for like so many months. Help me grow. Help me grow. We've been stuck on 28,000 for like a minute now. Like, we gotta sit there and elevate now. Let's subscribe and we won't keep this ball rolling, feel me?
And it helps me out in the long run. Enjoy the video.
Facts. It don't help to like.
The topic of debate amongst Dragon Ball fans has been whether Goku has the ability to destroy the entire living world universe with its power. This topic has been discussed extensively over the years, and many fans are already well versed with the arguments with and against this possibility. However, for those who are new to the series, it may be helpful to provide an explanation. It is widely known that Goku and Beerus engaged in a battle during which they clashed fists and unleashed their immense power. This battle was so intense that it put the entire universe in a macrocosm, which could...
We've been through all of this already, bro. To be honest, I kind of want to just skip past the Dragon Ball part because we know this. We've seen this in Seth's videos. Any video you see me react to regarding Dragon Ball, we've seen this whole spiel already. How people interpret whatever they want to interpret. How people want to go about this. How people want to spin this. How people want to get Goku to outer or whatever. We did all of this already, feel me? We did all of this. We know the feats. We know what he's capable of doing. We have an understanding of what he's able to do, right? Okay. So some people's going to see it as one thing, right? Some people are going to see it as something completely different. How I see it is, my boy is multiversal. That's how I scale Goku. He's low multiversal until he gets stronger and does crazier shit. That's just what it is. Low 2C. And that's fine. Feel me? Like that for Goku, that's fine. That's great. Right? Okay? That's great. That's good. You got super strong, bro. It's good. We good. Now, Kratos, I've played some of God of War, right? I don't know too much about God of War, right? In terms of like his abilities, right? He's done so much. I've heard a lot about him. Kratos has done a lot in this time, from when he was younger to when he's older. When he's older, he looks a lot weaker than compared to what he was able to do. If you compare him to himself, but you know what I'm saying?
Contains multiple universe-sized bodies at risk of being destroyed. The sheer force of these two beings colliding was enough to potentially wipe out everything in existence, mortals and gods alike. To truly grasp the power displayed on this feat, we first need to understand the complexity of a Dragon Ball universe, or more specifically, a Dragon Ball macrocosm. On multiple occasions, it's been stated that the Dragon Ball macrocosm is infinite in extent. This implies that it's an infinitely large system that encompasses a vast expanse of space and contains countless celestial bodies, such as planets, stars, galaxies, and even beyond that. This statement, an infinite space of light and darkness where the unknown lives, this describes the living world in Dragon Ball. It suggests that the living world is an infinite expanse of both light and darkness where anything unknown can exist. While some people argue that...
I mean, here's my take on it, right? Here's my take on that, right? Like, let's use us for an example, right? We don't know how big our universe is, right? So how can we make a universe? How can we actually understand how big a universe or an infinite universe is when we don't even know how big our universe is, right? We only know what we're able to see. So, like, I call it the seeable universe because of how much we could see within our own universe, right? We see the black holes, we see the nebulas, we see the giant, the gas giants, we see the planets, the rocky planets, the water planets, the planets that is it's super hot, but it's super dark at the same time. Despite it having a sun right in front of it, it's still dark and it's hot. Or you have that one planet who has like winds that go up to 5,000 miles per hour and it's just glass, sideways, horizontally, right? So like, even with that in our universe, we only see but so much, right? So how can we make and expand on something we barely understand ourselves, right? That's how I see it. But you know, everybody got an opinion. I feel like some of it is just headcanon. Like they did a little bit of research, or they did a lot of research, and you know, try to like make theories out of, you know, the research that they did. Yeah.
The Dragon Ball universe is not infinite, but rather infinitely expanding. Due to this, it is important. However, the living world is considered to be the entirety of the Dragon Ball universe, which includes not only the observable universe, but other planes of existence and alternate realities like the Demon Realm. Therefore, while the universe may be infinitely expanding, the living world itself is considered to be infinite in its size. However, when Goku and Beerus clash, it's stated that mortals and gods alike will feel the consequences of these two clashing, meaning that it's not just the living world in danger, but actually the entire macrocosm, which holds not only the living realm, but also other infinitely sized bodies like heaven, hell, and the afterlife. To further support infinitely expanding universe but support infinitely living realm, this...
Would heaven and hell be considered the afterlife, not like heaven, hell, and then the afterlife? Like, I don't... Like, does that... I don't know. I feel like that doesn't... I don't know.
Statement states that the infinitely expanded universe is determined mainly by the direction that each king manages, and the place managed by the king is supervised by the king of the world, and the gods of the north, south, east, and west manage the universe. Ultimately, the great king god is supposed to oversee the entire thing, infinitely expanding in galaxy illuminations, tens of thousands of light years, hundreds of millions of light years. Countless unknown aliens, monsters live beyond stars where light cannot reach. In the Dragon Ball franchise, it is mentioned that heaven has the same size as the living world. This suggests that the spiritual realm is infinite in size, just like the living world, making heaven's existence just...
Okay, so like when I hear the living world, I automatically think of Earth, not just like not every like that's what's so confusing to me about like the wording and certain things, because it's like when you say living world, so are you talking about Earth, or are you talking about just like the universe itself, like the living portion of the universe? Are we talking about that? Like, I don't know.
Just as vast and limitless as the living world, this statement implies that in the Dragon Ball universe, hell is larger than heaven, and both of these realms are infinite in size. Because... So,
like, I don't understand that either, because it's like, okay, so if it's both infinite in size, how is one bigger than the other when they're both infinite in size? So if they're both infinite, wouldn't it mean like, oh, okay, well, it's the same exact size because you guys are growing at an infinite rate. So no matter what happens, you know, you guys are infinitely getting bigger. It's going to keep going on forever, right?
Because of hell being larger than two already infinitely sized bodies, it is a countable infinity or an aleph null. A countable infinity is a type of infinity that can be put into a one-on-one correspondence with the natural numbers.
I want to know who... Like, you guys can answer all my questions down below, because I got so many, right? I want to know who decided all of this. Who came up with all of this? Who decided all of this? Like, who made... Like, it may sound like a stupid question, but I really want to know, like, who decided all of these rules and shit like this. Like, I want to know.
Null is the smallest infinity that represents the cardinality of the set of natural numbers, which is countable. This means that each element in the set can be assigned a unique natural number, and all the elements can be counted systematically. Although Goku's battle with Beerus was an incredible display of power, it pales in comparison to some of his later feats in Dragon Ball Super. As Goku becomes more familiar with his godly powers, he surpasses his previous limits by a significant margin. Even characters in Dragon Ball Z who were significantly weaker than Goku now, such as Buhan, was capable of tearing apart space using a technique called outside space, or an amped Weishaupt technique. This technique had the potential to crush the entire living world along with alternate dimensions. It's crazy how a character from the Buu saga, who was previously mopped by a simple Super Saiyan Potara fusion, could possess such immense power. However...
Well, we can't say that because... Well, people like to downplay what Buu did when we know what he did, right? People love to say, oh, well, it wasn't him. It was his power doing, like, making space, making the town lines collapse or whatever. Bro, it gets crazy. Like, the downplays for Dragon Ball is ridiculous. They try to make up any excuse to not give this man credit. He's strong. We get that.
This power still pales in comparison to Goku's power.
Yeah, we know that.
Super Saiyan God, as even a heavily suppressed Beerus was said to be too much for even a hypothetical full power Vegito, possibly even Super Saiyan 3 Vegito. And keep in mind, this is Beerus not even using a fraction of his power. At the bottom of the power scale, we witness Buu nonchalantly obliterating an entire galaxy in front of us, as confirmed by the Supreme Kai, despite the possibility of destruction occurring over a span of a depth.
See, like, those are actual feats, unlike, you know, a certain show where they claim that, oh, well, since, you know, Space Garo or Cosmic Figaro was fighting Saitama, and they clashed, and then that atomic blast versus Saitama's fist, and that clash destroyed a bunch of stars, or 1,000 or 1,000,000 stars, because you saw the gate, like the gaping hole in space. And it's like, we don't know how many stars they destroyed. It wasn't confirmed by nobody. So why are you guys assuming that they destroyed a million, like millions of stars, or thousands of stars, or galaxies? Like I read somebody tell me that Saitama sat there and destroyed millions of galaxies because of that little cluster, that little hole in space in the manga. But yeah, I had people tell me that. I was like, wow.
Years, it would still result in billions of times the speed of light. This feat is even more impressive considering the vast size of a galaxy, which typically spans over 100,000 light years and has an enormous volume. Even our current estimates of the Milky Way size are continually proven to be inadequate, and this level of power is still infinitely slower than feats that get reached in Dragon Ball Super, where you can genuinely argue things like infinite and immeasurable speed, depending on the way you view certain statements like year and transcending time, or the speed of Granola being able to outperform instant transmission in terms of speed. To elevate Goku's speed to an infinite level, we can refer to a feat where he causes the entire world of Void to tremble with just his aura alone. The world of Void is described as an empty space of infinite nothingness, necessitating an infinite amount of energy to create any disturbance. Some Dragon Ball fans contend that power and speed are interchangeable in the franchise, and this assertion is supported by instances as early as the Namek Saga. By applying this concept, it's plausible to suggest that Goku could attain it.
Yeah, see, that's the thing that I was trying to show everybody. So I want everybody to pay attention to this one slide right here. If my power increases, doesn't my speed increase along with it? That's facts. When you seen Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan, right, his power went up and so did his speed. He was the fastest person in the universe at that time, right? He was the strongest kid and the fastest person in the universe. There was nobody faster than him during that time period on Earth, right? I said the universe. I meant on Earth, right? So I feel like when I try to tell people that, they're like, no, Sue, it doesn't work. Yes, when you get stronger, you get faster. That's how it works. Like, I think I was arguing with Lelouch about that same situation. Like, if I'm already 1,000,000 times faster than light, and I power up to a stronger form, I'm not just getting stronger. I'm getting faster as well. Hence my speed boost. The only exception was where Trunks had that really bulky form and his power became ridiculous, right? But his speed was trash. I try to tell people this.
Infinite speed. To truly understand the extent of Kratos' strength, we must delve into the origins of the God of War series, specifically the first two games. In these games, Kratos
I barely played the first two games
by the god Ares. However, Ares betrays Kratos and has him thrown into Tartarus. Despite this, Kratos manages to escape using only his sheer willpower. This is a truly impressive feat, especially considering that the beings holding him captive were the Furies. These powerful beings are later revealed to have created the entire dimension of Sparta, which could potentially be the size of a universe, as we see things like celestial bodies within it. Kratos encounters the Sisters of Fate, who are regarded as the mightiest and most formidable entities in the Greek mythology. During his expedition in God of War Ascension, the Sisters of Fate possess the power to control the destiny, not just of humans, but also of titans, gods, even inanimate objects. Their weaving of fate encompasses all of existence and history, as their threads reach across all aspects of life and time. Kratos emerges as a challenging adversary for the Sisters of Fate despite their immense might, as he resists their attempts to manipulate his destiny. Through sheer determination and grit, Kratos repeatedly triumphs over the challenges that comes his way, defying the predetermined fate designed for him. Upon his encounter with the Sisters of Fate, Kratos faced the all-encompassing power of fate personified. The Sisters' ability to...
And hence where the people will say, oh yeah, so since Kratos fought these beings that can control fate, he has fate manipulation. He could alter his fate, right? And I feel like something like that is like situational, right? If something like that occurred in Dragon Ball, right? I feel like Goku, Vegeta, Broly, Gohan, they could do the exact same thing if you put them in that exact situation. If it's written for them to do that, then guess what? They're gonna be able to do that, right? Because it's written for them to do that. So it's like all of this for me personally is situational, right? Depends on your situation. If Naruto was put in a situation where he could fight gods that can destroy whole universes, and we visually see them doing it, we're gonna easily say, yeah, Naruto was put in a situation where he had to fight somebody like that, which means he had to get stronger. Any situation Naruto was put in, he had to get stronger for it, right? It's the same thing. It's the same thing when you do verse battles. I feel like you could argue, okay, yeah, well, you was put in that, predicament, so you had to do that. That's how I see it, at least. You could disagree, but that's how I see it.
Manipulate destiny itself allowed them to weave Kratos' thread, which appeared to lead him towards an inescapable fate. Nonetheless,
A canon
Kratos
event.
refused to succumb to the destiny and embarked on a quest to break free from the Sisters' grasp. Kratos did not retreat even though he was outmatched by the Sisters of Fate. He battled against them with unwavering determination, gradually dismantling them until he ultimately managed to defeat all three sisters at once. This feat not only enabled Kratos to conquer his predetermined destiny, but also eradicate the very manifestation of fate itself. Kratos' victory over these Sisters of Fate is even more astounding given that these beings were even more potent than the majority of the gods of Olympus. Nevertheless, Kratos managed to vanquish them through his exceptional strength
And willpower.
Following his betrayal by Ares, the god who bestowed upon him the Blades of Chaos, Kratos had to supplant him in the Greek pantheon. He accomplished his goal by slaying Ares and taking on the mantle of the god of war. In the curse of his journey, Kratos confronted Atlas, the titan renowned for supporting the Greek realm. Kratos emerged victorious over Atlas and entombed him, taking his role to uphold the Greek pantheon. This was crucial in maintaining the distance between the pantheon and the pillar that bore the weight of the entire realm. The pillar of the world held immense significance in the Greek pantheon as it possessed the capability to support everything within its vast expanse. In promotional materials, it's depicted as it being capable of sustaining the entire pantheon-sized realm. Nonetheless, the destruction of the pillar would result in the annihilation of all creation, causing the world to revert to its primordial state of chaos, from which all other primordials, including the world, emerged. Kratos triumphed over Atlas in his ascension to the position of the god of war, solidified his status within the Greek pantheon, and paved the way for even more remarkable displays of strength and power in subsequent games. God of War 4 features the World Serpent, a potent character who is caught by surprise, defeated in just 3 strikes by Boulder. Although this is an impressive accomplishment, the World Serpent remains incredibly formidable, having been able to harm and divide the World Tree with Thor's assistance. Kratos confronts even a stronger Boulder who has assimilated the Leviathan AGS and the fire from the Blades of Chaos. Despite his increased might, Kratos emerges victorious over Boulder in their battle. Kratos proceeds to confront Thor, who can shatter the Yggdrasil with just a single blow. The Yggdrasil is known to surpass space and time, and is incredibly intricate, with each branch being more complex than the previous one.
So that means that like Saber. So does that mean Saber can one-shot Kratos? Does that mean that she could definitely do that? Because she transcends space and time and the concept. I'm gonna always keep saying that because I'm really shocked that she can really do that. Like when I look at Saber, bro, I'm like, all right. I'm like, okay, so it's a girl in knight's armor. So what? And when you look at her anime, bro, it's like, well, not her anime, but when you look at the anime, it's not like crazy. It gets progressively crazier as by each season. But when you first seen Saber, I'm like, I'm not worried about her, bro. Like, she don't even get mentioned in the top 10 for strongest anime characters, right? That's how I thought back then. Now I'm older. I'm looking back at it. I'm like, whoa. She's really fucking strong, bro. Like, she's a problem. When you look at the anime, it's like, okay, you didn't think they transcended time. You didn't think they did half the shit that they did because it just looks regular. It looks regular, right? I was wrong, right? They're really powerful, bro. Like, and I feel like, again, like that's a whole situation. If you put Goku in that same situation to be like a guardian, right? He's gonna be broken as hell. Believe he's gonna be broken.
The concept of Da Vinciology arises from this, implying that Kratos is at least infinitely fifth-dimensional. This is owing to the fact that the Yggdrasil is said to be boundless and infinite, rendering it impossible to measure or grasp fully. Kratos is basically a tougher version of Thor in God of War 5, who has been mentally and physically enhanced with a rage boost, and has already defeated Kratos. It's important to note that a weaker version of Thor could have killed Kratos during Ragnarok, when Kratos was weaker. In terms of speed, Hermes was able to travel through Tartarus, and Kratos struggled to defeat him. Despite being considered a lower-tier character, in God of War 5, Odin was able to cast Skull and Hades into the sky while there was no time. In the same vein, Kratos is able to match Odin's speed while suppressing his hope and Spartan rage, indicating that even a weaker Kratos could keep up with Odin. This would suggest that Kratos possesses immeasurable speed, depending on where he's placed in the hierarchy. To put it simply, Koyama, who has made statements about the cosmology of Dragon Ball on Twitter, tends to overhype Goku's power level to an unrealistic degree. He made tweets about flat-out outer-versal cosmology claims, but these claims are not supported by the creator of Dragon Ball, Toriyama. Koyama himself has admitted that his views on the cosmology are not valid, and Toriyama has never agreed with his interpretations. Therefore, any claims about outer-versal Goku based on Koyama's statements are not supported by the canon of the Dragon Ball universe. A common argument I've seen regarding Koyama being valid, despite verbatim saying that he isn't, is that Koyama...
Yeah, like, when we was looking at, we could scale Goku to outer, like, that's y'all fan opinion. That is your own personal headcanon. Is it true? Probably not. Is it true for a lot of, characters? Probably. But if the creator says that, hey, yeah, that's pretty much what it is, then that's what it is. Feel me? Which is crazy because sometimes they don't be making sense. Like the whole Cell Max being stronger than Broly or Broly being way weaker. I'm like, bro, Cell Max didn't even look like a problem. I feel like Broly could have just rage boost and caught up to his strength and then beat him. That's how I seen it, but I guess.
Koyama was being harassed on Twitter to answer questions, so he had to answer them, right? Right? This is by far the worst argument I've seen when trying to debunk a blatant claim that is objectively wrong. If you are not Koyama, then you are not the one who says whether he meant the claim that he is invalid. Koyama himself is. This is something I see flowing around whenever I make a Goku-related video, where people will comment these absurd outer-versal wanks for Goku.
Thank you. You can't when the whole video where we was talking about, is Vegeta outer-versal? What? I mean, you said that he was. So I'm not gonna hold you. Like y'all said that he was. I don't agree with that. He's not outer-versal. By any means, you can't get that man to outer-versal. If Toriyama does not agree with half the statements that are being said, then guess what? He's not that.
But it's genuinely crazy how many people actually buy this. And maybe I'll cover the entire wankage meta in a future video. But for this, I thought I'd get the main argument out of the way. Based purely on power level, literally decapitates Goku with Saitama's torn off limbs. Cry about it. Bye.
Wait, what? Hold on. What he said?
Kratos is a more powerful fighter than Goku when looking at straight scaling. Kratos literally decapitates Goku with Saitama's torn off limbs. Cry about it. Bye.
Facts. Those are the facts. What the fuck? Okay. Yeah, y'all. So, you guys can comment down below. Don't forget to hit subscribe and like the video for your boy. We got more videos planned out. More reactions come to the channel. You already know how it is. Also, let me know what videos you would like for me to react to. Like, let me know, because I think you guys wanted me to react to the SCP versus Goku power level video. Like, I remember that, but it's just a graph going up and down. You want me to sit there and react to a graph going up and down again and try to make that shit entertaining? Alright. Listen, I'm gonna start reacting to It's Reese, bro. It's me, boy Soup. We out of here, y'all. Peace.
New Orleans, got the pack from New Orleans. They snoring, we scoring. I'm high, I'm soaring. My clothes, they foreign. My girl, she gorgeous. The clout, enormous. The winds, we hoarding them. The gas, I'm flooring it. My foot on the pedal, I'm going for extra. Rappers and niggas, they not in my sector. Sharp as a nigga, I feel like a vector. time is gon' pass, I get paid by the second. Million or less, I cannot accept it. I flip the pack and return my investment. Fully the best in that bin, I contested. I ain't no freshman, I'm a veteran, I just success it. Then I next it, let baby hit me up, refreshment. She like my people.